What's up, guys? I'm gonna look at some things that are going to be It's going to be a reaction to different videos. None of this bullshit, though. Need a fucking car, bro. Where the fuck did that video go? I just seen this a couple seconds ago.
This photo has been reprinted, posted, and passed around for decades. It's of two grinning brothers, hair standing on end, while climbing Morro Rock in a national park in California. We thought it was something funny, says Michael McQuilkin, who was a long-haired 18-year-old when the snapshot was taken. They were seemingly unaware that they were minutes away from being struck by lightning.
Oh shit!
This is a picture of Mademoiselle Blanche Monnier, a French girl who was kept captive for 25 years in a padlocked, shuttered room where she was forced to live amidst pests, rats, human excrement, and filth. Her discovery occurred on May 23, 1901, after the Paris Attorney General received an anonymous letter indicating a woman was being held captive in a home of a wealthy area. After the police were tipped off, they arrived at the home, forced the door open, and found an emaciated Blanche Monnier lying in a pool of feces and food debris on a bed in an upstairs room. Her head hidden under the covers, the 49-year-old woman, who now weighed a mere 55 pounds, was naked, scared and deranged. She hadn't seen the sun in 24 years. Things get bizarre when you find out why this happened. Around the age of 25, Blanche Monnier fell in love with an older attorney who lived nearby, possibly even bearing a child from the liaison. Her mother forbade the relationship, first arguing, then pleading, and when Blanche refused to not marry the, in her words, penniless lawyer, her mother plotted with her son to develop a plan to stop the marriage. One night, Blanche was locked in an upper room of the house until she agreed to abandon the relationship. The mother thought at the time that the girl would relent and agree to her demands. This, however, proved to be fruitless. After 30 years of conflicts known as the Troubles in Northern Ireland, it seemed by the summer of 1998 that killings and violence had at least given way to hope. Huge strides towards a political settlement had been made with the Good Friday Agreement. Peace finally appeared to be possible, until a huge car bomb exploded in the market town of Omagh on a busy Saturday afternoon in August that year. The shockwaves were felt across Northern Ireland and the world. This photograph was taken shortly before the explosion. The camera was found afterwards in the rubble. The Spanish man and child seen in the photo both survived. It was the single worst atrocity of a conflict many had thought was over, claiming the lives of 29 people and 2 unborn babies.
Oh shit!
This picture tells it all. It's of 2 babies on top of a wind turbine that caught on fire. It seems they've made their peace at this point, as it looks like they're embracing for their final moments. This is a picture of a young child being led away from his mother by one of 2 10-year-old boys who abducted and later murdered him. At the trial, it was established that at this location, one of the boys threw blue Humbrol modelling paint, which they had shoplifted earlier, into the kid's left eye. They kicked and stomped on him, and threw bricks and stones at him. Batteries were placed in his mouth. Police believe some batteries may have been inserted into his back end, although none were found there. Finally, a 22-pound iron bar, described in court as a railway fish plate, was dropped on him. The child suffered 10 skull fractures as a result of the iron bar striking his head. Dr. Alan Williams, the case's pathologist, stated that the child suffered so many injuries, 42 in total, that none could be isolated as his fatal blow. I'm sorry if I say the name wrong, but this is a famous photo of Amira Sanchez. She died by the 1985 eruption of the Nevado del Ruiz volcano when she was 13 years old. Volcanic debris mixed with ice to form massive lahars that rushed into the river valleys below the mountain, killing nearly 23,000 people and destroying Armero and 13 other villages. After a lahar demolished the home, Sanchez became pinned beneath the debris of her house, where she remained trapped in water for 3 days. Her plight was documented as she descended from calmness into agony. Her courage and dignity touched journalists and relief workers, who put great efforts into comforting her. Despite her predicament, Sanchez remained relatively positive. She sang to German Santa Maria Barragan, a journalist who was working as a volunteer, asked for sweet food, drank soda, and agreed to be interviewed. At times, she was scared and prayed or cried. On the third night, Sanchez began hallucinating, saying that she did not want to be late for school and mentioned a math exam. Near the end of her life, Sanchez's eyes reddened, her face swelled, and her hands whitened. At one point, she asked the people to leave her so they could rest. Hours later, the workers returned with a pump and tried to save her, but her legs were bent under the concrete as if she were kneeling, and it was impossible to free her without severing her legs. After 60 hours of struggling, she died, likely as a result of either gangrene or hypothermia. Her death highlighted the failure of officials to respond correctly to the threat of the volcano, contrasted with the efforts of volunteer rescue workers to reach and treat trapped victims, despite a dearth of supplies and equipment. Sanchez became internationally famous through this photo of her taken by the photojournalist Frank Fournier shortly before she died. When published worldwide, it generated considerable controversy. It was later designated the World Press Photo of the Year for 1985. Sanchez has remained a lasting figure in popular culture, remembered through music, literature, and commemorative articles. On May Day, not long after leaving her fiancé, 23-year-old Evelyn McHale wrote a note. "He's much better off without me. I wouldn't make a good wife for anybody," it read. She went to the observation platform of the Empire State Building, then jumped. She leapt clear of the setbacks and hit a United Nations limousine parked at the curb. Photography student Robert Wiles heard the crash across the street. Just 4 minutes after Evelyn McHale's death, Wiles got this picture of the scene. Despite all the chaos, the serenity presented in this picture is oddly poetic. This is a photo of what is nicknamed the elephant's foot. It's the Chernobyl reactor after the meltdown. A lot of people died to get this single photo taken, and it lives on as a real-life curse as it has killed all who saw it in person. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's list, and if you did, leave a like. And if you want to see another morbid list, click here for my strangest serial killer memorabilia you can buy. It's strange what people collect.
Okay, I hope you guys liked the reaction. This shit was creepy as fuck. That one, I thought that was like fucking rake or something. It's kind of weird. Everything just happens like this. I don't... creepy shit. I hope you guys liked the reaction. And I'll see you guys in another video. See you guys in the next video. Leave a comment down below. And I'll see all you dudes. in the next video.